More than 90% of all living and fossil animals are characterized as invertebrates. Invertebrates are soft-bodied animals that lack an internal skeleton. Some invertebrates possess a hard shell, for example a snail shell. Invertebrates range in size and form. Some are microorganisms that you can barely see, and others are animals that are much bigger, like squids. Also, within invertebrates, there are many phyla, such as phylum Cnidaria, the worm phylum, phylum Mollusca, phylum Arthropoda, and phylum Encheiromata. Animals such as jellyfish and corals belong to the phylum Cnidaria. Snails, clams, and octopuses belong to the phylum Mollusca. Lobsters, shrimp, and krill belong to the phylum Arthropoda. Lastly, sea stars belong to the phylum Encheiromata. As you can see, these animals are extremely beautiful and come in all different colors. Additionally, they have all different ways of surviving. Some invertebrates are prey to other animals such as lobsters and krill. However, some invertebrates are the predators, for example the giant squid. Marine invertebrates are extremely different than marine vertebrates.
A tiny island lost in the midst of the Pacific. It's the tip of a huge mountain that rises precipitously from the seafloor thousands of meters below. The nearest land is 300 miles away. Isolated sea mounts, like this one, create oases where life can flourish in the comparatively empty expanses of the open ocean. But all the creatures that swim beside it would not be here were it not for one key factor: the deep ocean currents. Far below the surface, they collide with the island's flanks and are deflected upwards, bringing with them from the depths a rich soup of nutrients. Such upwellings attract great concentrations of life. Most of the fish here are permanent residents, feeding on the plankton, the tiny floating plants and animals that are nourished by the richness brought up from the depths. And they, in turn, attract visitors from the open ocean. Tuna. Plankton feeders are easy targets. All this action attracts even larger predators. Sharks. Hundreds of sharks. These silky sharks are normally ocean-going species, but the seamounts in the eastern Pacific, like Cocos, Malpelo, and the Galapagos, attract silkies in huge groups up to 500 strong. Silkies seem to specialize in taking injured fish and constantly circle seamounts on the lookout for the chance to do so. But silkies are not the only visitors. Hammerheads gather in some of the largest shark shoals to be found anywhere in the ocean. Sometimes thousands will circle over a single seamount. But these sharks are not here for food. They have come for another reason. Some of the locals provide a cleaning service. Following the last El Niño year, when a rise in water temperatures caused many sharks to suffer from fungal infections, the number of hammerheads visiting the seamounts reached record levels.
Additionally, vertebrates include marine mammals and reptiles which feed off of invertebrates. Marine animals are so different from each other in appearances and behavior, and that is what makes them so interesting. I hope you all learned something about marine animals today.